All right, today we're diving into something pretty wild, a blueprint for a completely new global operating system. And the claim here is a big one, that it's actually possible to engineer a world of abundance, and by doing that, make peace the single most profitable product on Earth. Okay, let's get into it. So, to really get why anyone would even come up with a system like this, you just have to look at the world we're living in right now. It is a minefield of tension. I mean, this quote from a recent news report just says it all, doesn't it? It's a world of threats and counter-threats, of conflict that feels baked into the system. This is the reality they're trying to overwrite. Okay, so what we're really talking about here are two completely different realities. On one side, you have the world as it is, a world defined by conflict, usually over things we're told are scarce. But on the other side, you've got this proposed reality, one built on coordination that, they claim, unlocks abundance. It's all about shifting from that mine versus them mindset to something they call P2P4P, a profitable path to peace for posterity. And this, right here, is the core question, the big what if that this whole blueprint is built on. I mean, think about it. It's a truly radical idea. Instead of peace being this fragile thing we have to fight for, what if it was the most lucrative business venture in human history? What would that even look like? All right, so first things first, what's the actual problem they're trying to solve? According to the people who designed this system, the real issue isn't a lack of stuff. It's not about a shortage of resources. The problem is in our heads. It's a fundamental flaw in our mindset. Whoa, okay, this slide is a lot, but it's basically the whole idea in one picture. On the left, you've got the problem, the scarcity mindset. This is the zero-sum game that leads to conflict. But on the right, you have the proposed solution, the abundance reality. The argument here is that we already have everything we need to provide for everyone. The only thing we're missing, they say, is the right operating system to coordinate it all. So, if our current operating system is the problem, what's the upgrade? Well, let's get into the blueprint itself. We're talking about a massive AI-driven OS that's designed to manage civilization's resources for the best possible outcomes. This flywheel right here is the high-level view. The key concept is that it's designed to be a self-perpetuating system. Think of it like this. You've got a foundation of real land assets, a vehicle, which are actual communities built on that land, an economic driver that keeps everything growing, and it's all held together by the community and a leadership element. Each part pushes the others forward, creating this incredible, unstoppable momentum. Okay, at the absolute heart of this entire system is the AI, and it's called Geni. Now, this isn't just another chatbot. They call it an intent engine, or, and I love this, a master gardener. Its job isn't to think about ideas. Its job is to do things, to actively manage the whole ecosystem and steer it towards goals that are both profitable and ethical. So, if Geni is the engine, then Cupa is its ridiculously advanced GPS. It's a prescriptive filter. It looks at every single possible option, and with a claimed 99% accuracy, it doesn't just give you suggestions, it prescribes the single most efficient path forward. It's designed to just cut through the noise and find what they call absolute truths for managing resources. Now, you're probably thinking, an AI this powerful? That sounds risky. And you're right. That's why they built in what they call the Keepa safety protocol. It's described as hard-coded humility, and it boils down to 3 really simple rules. 1, do no harm. 2, do good, add value. And 3, and this is the big one, if you're not sure, ask a human. It's there to boost human intuition, not replace it. So how does a regular person like you or me actually plug into this massive global OS? Well, it starts with this, the Barness Miracle Bar. And yeah, it looks like a simple nutrition bar, but it's way more than that. This is the front door to the whole economic engine. It turns a simple choice about what you eat into a direct investment in your own future. Okay, let's talk about the money. How does all this actually build an engine powerful enough to make peace profitable? This is where that P2P4P idea really comes to life. It's about completely rewiring our financial incentives by turning everyday consumption into direct ownership of real assets. This diagram breaks it down perfectly. It's a simple 4-step loop that just keeps going. It starts with step 1, revenue generation, selling the miracle bar. Then step 2, an algorithm automatically sets aside a piece of that revenue. Step 3, that money is used to buy productive land. And step 4, that land gets improved so its value goes up. It's a perfect circle that turns spending into owning. And here it is, the magic number, the one gear that makes this entire engine turn, 20%. And get this isn't some corporate goal or a vague promise. It's described as a hard-coded, unchangeable rule. For every single product sold, exactly 20% of the money automatically goes into a trust to buy and develop land. So what you end up with is a system that's built on a foundation of real, tangible value. We are not talking about speculative crypto or some complex financial product nobody understands. We're talking about ownership in actual physical land that is actively getting better. That creates a rock-solid foundation for the entire economy.
All right, and this is where it gets really interesting, because this system isn't just built for inclusion and growth. It's also designed with what you could call an immune system, and that means it's also built for exclusion.
Let's just be blunt about it. The system has a defense mechanism built right in. Its core logic is designed to automatically find and sideline anyone whose business model depends on creating conflict, instability, or scarcity. It basically treats them like a virus.
And they don't mince words about who gets left behind in this new reality. They call them the new losers. You've got the obstructionists who just refuse to play along, radical ideologues whose beliefs just don't work with cooperation, the profiteers of scarcity, and think about the industries that manage problems but never actually solve them. And finally, anyone who violates the system's core rules.
And this quote right here, this sums up the entire endgame. When everybody is a stakeholder, when your own personal wealth is directly tied to the health and stability of the land all around you, violence stops making sense. It's an attack on your own bottom line. It becomes literally economic suicide. It's designed to make that old mine versus them way of thinking not just wrong, but flat out impossible.
Okay, so let's zoom out. What's the big picture here? Is this really a new operating system for civilization? I mean, the goal is nothing less than to engineer a world where taking the peaceful path is also the most profitable path.
And this is what it's all supposed to lead to. A permanent habitat. A self-sustaining community where every choice you make, every dollar you spend, reinforces the whole. It's a world where your own financial success and the security of your neighbor aren't two separate things anymore. They're one and the same. You know, the whole point of this massive, complex system really boils down to this one simple idea: guilt-free progress. The dream is to build a civilization where the incentives are so perfectly aligned that doing what's best for you automatically is what's best for everyone. Progress without the usual collateral damage. But this brings us to the final, and maybe the most important question of all. In a perfectly optimized, AI-driven world that's engineered from the ground up for guilt-free outcomes, who or what actually gets to define what guilt is?